Hey, what's up guys, Ollie here. So the new generation of the AirPods is out. I'm going to call them the AirPods 2 because I feel like that's what most people will be calling them. Apple doesn't actually call them the AirPods 2 on their website, they just call them AirPods. But yeah, next generation of AirPods, AirPods 2, they're out. I also have the AirPods 1 here, the first generation AirPods. Now you're probably wondering why are these a different color? Well, I actually got these colored by colorware, if you're wondering. Everything is pretty much the same, just different color. AirPods 1, AirPods 2. On the face of it, there isn't much difference, you know. They look like AirPods, they haven't changed the design is exactly the same, but under the skin there are a few changes. The first most noticeable one is that they've moved the LED status indicator from inside the case to outside of the case, so now you can always see the status of your AirPods without having to open them up. They've also moved the button on the first generation was sort of near the bottom of the case, and now they're more in the middle of the case. This button is mainly for just checking the status of your AirPods and pairing and other things like that. Battery life for talk time has changed, it's increased. Now it's an hour more, so you get 3 hours of talk time. But when it comes to music listening and stuff like that, battery life hasn't changed at all. Battery life is pretty much exactly the same. The biggest change is definitely the chip inside. So Apple have moved away from the W1 chip and now they've moved over to the H1 chip. The H1 chip gives a few key differences. You can now voice activate Siri. So Siri's always listening on the AirPods. You don't have to tap or double tap to activate Siri. Apple says there's a more stable connection now, so you're less likely to lose connection or have any interference. Switching between devices is also 2 times faster. That's definitely something that annoyed me with the first generation AirPods. You know, switching between my iPhone and my Mac was quite a slow process, but apparently it's 2 times faster now. There's also 30% lower latency. So, you know, if you're someone who likes to game on your iPhone, game on your iPad or something like that, this should be better for gaming. You know, you should see a quicker response time when it comes to audio and gaming. The biggest and most noticeable feature that Apple have included in the next generation of AirPods is wireless charging. So the first generation, you had to plug in a lightning cable to charge them. Now you can actually wireless charge the new AirPods. However, obviously it is quicker to charge through a lightning cable. The design itself is pretty much exactly the same. You know, you can still use sort of previous gen AirPods and put them in the case for the new gen AirPods. The design of the AirPods themselves haven't changed either. They're exactly the same. So, you know, if you're hoping that they might fit better in your ear or hoping for better sound quality, you're not going to see any of that. There isn't any best sound quality as far as I can tell. Sound quality is just pretty average. If you're an audiophile and you really care about sound quality, then the AirPods probably aren't going to be for you. The main reason I love the AirPods is just because of convenience. Having truly wireless earbuds that work with iPhone, Mac, even Android, you know, things like that, and being able to use things like where when you take an AirPod out, it pauses the music. These are great options that you don't usually see on truly wireless earbuds. Apple are offering 3 different options when it comes to buying AirPods. You can choose the AirPods with the wireless charging case, you can choose AirPods without wireless charging, which are a bit cheaper, and you can just get the wireless charging case itself. The wireless charging case itself is a pretty good option, and I was quite surprised that Apple included it. Usually when it comes to Apple, you know, if you want to upgrade or you want to change something, you have to buy the whole new thing. But yeah, you can buy the new wireless charging case and use them with your older AirPods. Other than that, there really isn't much else difference. And I guess that's why Apple aren't officially calling them the AirPods 2, even though that's what I'm calling them, that's what everyone else is going to be calling them. But yeah, if you're considering upgrading, you know, if you already have AirPods, it might be worth upgrading if you're really looking for the new chip, if you're looking for voice activated Siri, and if you're looking for wireless charging. However, if you're not looking for those things, then honestly just stick with your first generation AirPods. You won't be missing out on much. As I mentioned, there's no difference in sound quality. You're basically getting exactly the same experience. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter and subscribe for more.